يمثل أكاديمية الساموراي، وكان مسوي المعسكر التدريبي في أكاديمية فيرلس مع اللاعب مع أكاديمية فيرلس، أكاديمية اللاعب الفنون القتالية حسن. طبعا أحمد صائب عنده فوزين، فاز بالسبمشن وفاز بالديسيجن، وعنده خسارتين، خسر بالديسيجن والثانية خسر بالضربة الفنية القاضية. وهذا نزال
يدخل أعزائي المشاهدين اللاعب اللبناني أحمد لبان، السن 26 عام، الوزن 77 كيلوغرام، الطول 179 سنتي، فئة أو مهارات اللي هي MMA. أحمد لبان طبعا يملك في رصيده 3 مرات فوز ومرة خسارة. كل التوفيق طبعا للاعبين.
أحمد لبان طبعا يحب دائما يسوي شو، هو طالع يحب الشو.
هو قال لنا راح اسوي شو عمار.
هذه حركات احمد لبان. بطولة فينيكس في دبي خسر احمد لبان مع اللاعب الايراني، وخسر لانه كان نزل وزنه الى 70. هذه ما راح يسويها مرة ثانية.
هذه مخاطرة عمار، وهذه تعب الجسم عمار.
ما راح ينزل وزنه مرة ثانية الى 70 كيلو. احمد لبان راح يبقى على وزن 77 اللي يحس انه هو قوي في هذا الوزن. فهل يا ترى
جميل الخلفية اللي عليها،
التصميم جميل، عجبني تصميم
من احلى واجمل التصاميم اللي شفناها.
ثلاث جولات من الفنون القتالية المختلطة عن فئة الوالتر ويت. بالركن الأزرق العمر 26 سنة، الوزن 77 كيلو، طول 1.80 متر، من العراق أحمد صائب. بالركن الأحمر العمر 26 سنة، الوزن 77 كيلو وطول 1.79 متر، من لبنان أحمد لبان.
أحمد صائب بالشرط الأسود وأحمد لبان بالشرط الأبيض. أحمد لبان من أكاديمية شادو، دائما يذهب أيضا إلى المملكة المتحدة ليتدرب هناك. أحمد صائب يمثل أكاديمية ساموراي وأكاديمية فيرلس مع كابتن رائد وكابتن حسن طلال.
So this is an MMA welterweight bout. Phoenix Fighting Championships MMA rules. Saeb, well, he's 26. A slight height advantage at 180. He's got a record of 3-1. I'm Will Vanders, joined ringside by Brad Pickett.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Will definitely, Labban is one of those ones that's really fun to watch.
Just look at the legs go up. I mean, that's the art in martial arts. Sliding side kick, we don't see that in kickboxing. I love it, the old days of the 70s from the American kickboxers. Look at the fighting style, almost like taekwondo, in a taekwondo bout, but he's so fast and so powerful, Labban.
Yeah, he has that kind of bounce on his step, you know, like where he's in and out. A bit, like I say, there's people comparing him to Michael Venom Page, but that's like, he actually is a training partner down at London Shoe. So obviously, Michael Venom Page is one of the best at this sort of style. So obviously, he's definitely going to rob off him in the gym. You know, you're going to get a lot of tips from Michael Venom Page. And at the moment, he's, like I say, he's using that kick. It's so fast, it's like a jab.
Well, look at Labban, he's on his toes, he's dancing around the ring. I mean, you know, as I said, He's a crowd-pleasing guy, good looking, got the skills to back it up. He's at his proper weight now, and just look at the ability he has to change the distance, to make the dynamic change in a split second. Look at him, he's making Saeb miss here, making Saeb look lumped. Good left hand on the inside, and the right hand. Labban comes forward. This is going to be exciting, Brad.
Yeah, 100%. We've seen him do this in his last outing, but he was doing it at lightweight, and he didn't. I think he didn't have as much of this sort of pop. I think this weight cut has been a lot easier for his body, and we're going to see it pay dividends tonight. He had a high kick there, but yeah, again, it's one of those wrist versus wall when you have that hand style sort of style, you know.
Well, he takes the high kick, but before that, the Oshiro Mawashigeri, the spinning reverse kick. He's landed that twice. That's confidence for you. Saeb settling down into this and trying to lock Labban down, but just look at him backpedal. I've got to be honest with you, Brad, I haven't seen a fighter do that in the ring since Ali, and he can probably hit going backwards as well, and we're seeing red starting to glow on the midsection of Saeb. So Labban now starting to dominate. Big right hand goes over the top, and he lands it.
Yeah, obviously Saeb is doing the right thing. He's trying to press him forward, but he's at the moment he needs to get a bit more further forward and try and close this distance. At the moment he's on the end of Labban's kicks there. As you can say, he's been landing that all day on the ribcage, and he's showing dividends with damage.
Well, Saeb comes from a Kyokushin background. He should have his own high Miwashigeri. He should have his own Oshiro Miwashigeri. We should be seeing these kicks come from Saeb. He's a strong fighter, but all he's doing is linear movement, and I don't think he can cope with Labban. He's coming in through the front door, he's ringing the bell, and Labban's opening it and saying, no deliveries today, please, and banging it out the back door. Look at that. Labban now controlling this, going downstairs with the punches. Sheer confidence.
Yeah, he's keeping him guessing. He's in and out, just out of range. You know, the high kicks again. I mean, it's very impressive work here. He's just in and out. What Saeb needs to do is, when he's getting hit, is cover and then throw back, because then obviously these guys still in range. But obviously Labban doing a very good job of getting in and out.
Well, you know, the principle of Kyokushin karate is ichigaiki, one strike. All the power, all the essence into one strike, you know, that really counts. Is that what Saeb has in store for us here? I mean, he's a will-o'-the-wisp, Labban. You can't track him down, you can't whack him down. How are you going to hit a guy that's moving like Labban? I mean, Labban's got moves on him that are funkier than James Brown. Look at that! This is brilliant stuff we're seeing from this young man.
Yeah, obviously Saeb, what good is all about timings. How you counter someone with speed is your own timing. Timing beats speed, you know, so he needs to really time him coming in, which he did there, caught him with a good little shot there, which, you know, was a return. No, yeah, again, that inside kick, obviously, because he's southpaw, that kick is really hard to block or block it himself. He doing a lot of damage on that ribcage.
Saeb doesn't have an answer for this. This first round is so dominated by Labban. Comes in behind that knee strike. Look at the distance he covers, but maintains the power as well as he slides in behind it. Up goes the high kick again. I mean, Saeb doesn't know where this is coming from. It's raining pain. And, well, you look at this young man, Labban, and he looks like he's lightweight because he's on his toes, he's moving, and he just thunders those strikes in, and they are painful.
Yeah, Saeb doing the right thing here going forward, but like I say, good lateral movement by Labban, you know, just keeping out of range, just making him miss and then coming back with his kicks.
Well, you know, something inside me makes me want to shout out to Saeb, let's suit up and go. You're here to work. And I mean, he's on the receiving end. Oh, that was a nice high kick. On the shin, on the chin. Could change things round here. That was a decent first round.
Yeah, I mean, that round actually went away from me. It was really quick.
Just look at the action there, and look at what Labban brought to this. I mean, that was an absolute firefight. And, you know, Saeb, in fairness, no slouch, he just cannot hit that man, which is why, and that was a nice high kick there, which is why, for me, Saeb wants to start peppering the low leg with the low kick. I mean, do what you do best. You're up against a striker, but he's too linear, he's too Kyokushin. He keeps coming straight, needs to mix it up, come in at an angle, and, well, he's got knees. He's got elbows, needs to use them.
I believe that Saeb kind of needs to be throwing more than one punch. With someone like Labban's moving, you're gonna expect to miss the first one, maybe miss the second, but hit him with the third. That's what he needs to do, and he's pressing back. It is a little bit harder when you're not in a ring to corner someone, because there's no literal corners here, but you can still be, you know, being forward and missed, like I say, missed the first punch but landed with the second one.
Well, it's like trying to pin a wave to the sand, isn't it? Trying to get a shot to land on this young man. I mean, he really is putting a performance here. Labban out for the second, 2 of 3. We've seen no attempt to go to the mat. This has been an absolutely classic display of different kickboxing and striking styles. I mean, Labban really reminds me of a taekwondo competition fighter. Look at that, high left, high right, Ushiro Mawashigeri, spinning back kick, and these are the kicks we should be seeing from Saeb, but we're not.
Yeah, it's a very impressive work by Labban. Still jumping around, skipping around, being very creative with his work. Yeah, we see obviously that for Saeb, he's done the right thing. He needs to change it up. The first round it wasn't going his way. The game plan wasn't working. So now it's good to see him that he recognised that wasn't working. Now he's looking, trying to get his man to the canvas.
Well, he went for the shoot. Yeah. Is he going to be successful? He had one leg. Now he's got 2. Hasn't got the leverage here though.
He's got his hands locked here, so he has got good leverage if he knows what to do. He can't hang there too long. There you go. He gets the takedown. He needs to get his man flat. He needs to get the back flat, which Labban does a great job of getting back to his feet.
Absolutely, Labban does not want to stay on that canvas, does he? Life horizontally for Labban is a living hell. Up he gets, and you know, he's got overhooks there, Labban. He's trying to get that lock, that clinch that Saeb has got to break, and not take too many shots while he's doing it.
At the moment, it's a battle of head position. Whoever gets the head lower than the other person favours them in this position. At the moment, Saeb doing a good job of his head getting just below that chin. Getting a little bit of work in there, but I would like to see him maybe change the level again, try and get a double leg. He went for an old school body throw there.
Look at the reversal. Labban immediately creates distance. Once he creates distance, he starts to bring the pressure. So starts to take control and just back on his toes, back on his feet, and just brings something fresh and new every time.
Yeah, he's doing a good job here now, throwing a few shots to the body.
In these exchanges, Saeb can take them. He's taking the low kick, and this is the work that you would expect from a fighter of Saeb's pedigree. That background would click in here, and he'd be the one out kicking Labban.
The few things I think Saeb's doing wrong here, he's going back. He's not going forward and close the distance. He's letting Labban control the distance. Labban's doing a great job with controlling it, but Saeb is actually giving it to him. And now he needs to keep going forward, not just throw singles, throw combinations. But at the moment, Labban's doing a great job of lateral movement, and then obviously Saeb's going back in the straight line and landed. That's why Labban's landed these kicks.
Well, you know what? If Ahmed Labban had one of those printout screens on his forehead that you could read his thoughts, he'd be saying, I'm dancing, I'm looking pretty, you're slow, you're sloth-footed, what's my name?
Yeah, like you say, it's a very good nickname, being the shadow, because that's all that Saeb's actually hitting at the moment.
Saeb slips a couple of shots there. And he doesn't look perturbed, Saeb. He just looks bewildered. You know, that red starting to create a bit of a problem on the side there, but not enough to stop a Kyokushin fighter like Saeb. But he just doesn't have the answers.
Yeah, Labban's been very creative, as you can see there, a Superman punch. Going into like a spinning back kick, you know, so yeah, he's very creative here. I think he's mesmerizing Saeb at the moment.
Absolutely, and look at that again. Brings up the left leg, Superman punches with the right. Look at the ball change, the step, the change in pace. I mean, it's just, you know, an absolute onslaught. He gets hurt with that now, and Labban drops the right hand in twice, spinning back fist, chases his man. He's rocked Saeb enough with just under a minute left to finish this. Jumping knee strike, and this is Labban going to work here now. Left-right combination, really putting pressure on Saeb.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful work there again by Labban. And I think Saeb's running out of answers.
And then he just slows the pace down, Labban, doesn't he? I mean, it's like an opera. It's like an opera. Just takes you to the tragedy, and at that point, brings in a little bit of soothing calm, just to restock, reload. Less than half a minute left in this second round.
with Labban's superior movement, he's dictating when the action happens. This is what he's doing well. He's staying outside. When he chooses to work, he comes inside, throws his shots.
Up goes the high kick from Labban, spinning back kick, spinning back fist. And I mean, he's just hitting at will now, isn't he? Not all of them are landed, but the spinning back fist whisked its way past the nose of Saeb. Well, Saeb at the end of so many shots here. I mean, quite clearly, Labban ahead here after 2 rounds, and Saeb needs a stoppage made. He's got to remove the judges from this decision-making process. Otherwise, this is Ahmed Labban all the way.
I thought he was getting the job done right here. Obviously, at the end of the first round, he wasn't going his way, and he changed his game plan going into the second. As you see here, getting a good takedown, wasn't able to keep him down by not giving his man flat. Labban did a great job getting back to his feet, but then that was only one attempt that round for the takedown. You know, I mean, like, you've got to keep going back to the well. You know, keep going back and keep trying. You know, to knock through that door. But at the moment, I see Labban running away from this.
Absolutely. And I have to say that, you know, Saeb is just performing true to form. I mean, it reminds me of my old K1 days when you used to see the Japanese fighters come up against Dutch kickboxers. I mean, the Dutch used to move, they used to mix it up, and the Japanese guys just marched forward, you know, almost as if they were in class, throwing punches in a straight line. You knew where they were coming from, you knew where they were going to land. All to play for as far as Saeb is concerned in this 3rd and final round. Labban by a country mile ahead. Can Saeb change his fortune, bring a stoppage as we go into the 3rd and final round in this welterweight match? Ahmed Labban with the red tags and Ahmed Saeb with the blue. Lebanon for Labban, and representing Iraq, Ahmed Saeb.
Yeah, Ahmed Labban, I would say, definitely ahead on the scorecards, but Ahmed Saeb, you know, he's no slouch either, you know, but he needs to try and see that the fight's running away with him, slipping away, and come forward and just throw caution to the wind and throw some heavy shots, and hopefully one of them will land, because obviously with Ahmed Labban, he's coming forward with his hands down, so he just needs to run onto a punch.
I mean, you look at this and it's a manual of striking martial arts. Spinning back fist, Superman punch, reverse spinning back kick. Labban brings everything to this. I mean, it's a veritable cornucopia of exotic flavors in a dish. And I mean, so exciting to watch. And Saeb has no answer here, I'm sorry. And it's harsh because, you know, to come to the ring, you bring everything you've got, but what he lacks here against a fighter like Labban is just that little bit of unpredictability, that zest. He's just in the firing line.
Yeah, like as you said, Labban's a chef, and obviously Saeb doesn't like what he's cooking.
But we do.
And
we do. Labban is having fish tonight. So now just marching out, doing what he wants at will, laying the shots on. Big knee strike there from Labban, and he's in the zone now. You can see Ahmed Labban just working like he was shadow boxing in the gym. What a great pedigree he's got. As I say, he fights out of the London Shoot Fight Gym.
Oh, went for a shot, he walked straight into a kick there, managed to get his hands locked. Can he secure this takedown? Showing some really good toughness because he actually ate a kick on the way in.
He's put everything on the line, hasn't he, for this shoot? Takes his man down and dumps him. That's it. Well, that was successful. Was it worth it? Just over 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in this round. But look, it's Labban that's got the advantage.
Yeah, Labban has a bit of purchase on the neck, using it to reverse. It's really hard to finish a guillotine inside someone's
There's
guard.
the tap out. It was a guillotine from nowhere. Labban has done it. Absolutely stupefying from a brilliant stand-up performance with strikes. Saeb was tapped out with that choke.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that I've never seen a guillotine choke actually finish from inside someone's guard. That show obviously gives tribute to Labban's squeeze. It must have one hell of a squeeze there to manage to finish that from inside someone's guard.
Absolutely stunning performance from this young man, as we're seeing what was a textbook finish after a textbook demonstration of boxing, kicking skills. And I mean, it was Saeb that went for the takedown. He paid the price. He took the shots to get in. It was a double leg shoot. Labban tried to defend it, then went to the ground, and how did he manage to get purchase from there?
Yeah, he kind of went into the frying pan, into the fire, jumped out of the frying pan into the fire, and yeah, I mean, like, it was impressive, but by Labban all over, you know, like, he didn't even need to finish this fight, but he saw the opportunity and took it.
I have to say, there's an element of disappointment for me with Ahmed Saeb. I mean, he's a Kyokushin fighter, and I mean, if it's one thing that Kyokushin fighters do is they're strong, they're solid. He should have just marched in and made life hell for Labban with just short front kicks, short, strong punches to the body, low kicks, anything and everything he could do in short range. But, well, Labban just had the flair.
But I will say that Labban does look a lot better at this weight class.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the loss he took at his last Phoenix outing, he swore he'd come back, and look, he just looks terrific. Labban takes the win. You know, I'm going to call him the Nijinsky of Phoenix. He really is, you know, balletic in form, but devastating in finish and power.